Are you thinking about starting a side hustle with printables? If so, you're in the right place. I have sold over 10,000 printables on Etsy and now teach women how to do it too so they can make passive income. And today I want to go over some of the basics when it comes to selling printables so you can get started doing it right away. Let's start with the question, what are printables? So printables are basically anything you create that someone else can purchase and download and then print out on their own or use them digitally. It's a great way for someone to get what they're looking for at an extreme discount because there's no printing and shipping involved from the seller's perspective. Now you might be wondering, why should you sell printables and what makes it the best side hustle? Printables is hands down the best side hustle for so many reasons. Let's start with the benefits of selling printables. First off, there's low overhead costs. Selling printables requires minimal startup costs because all you need is a computer, an internet connection, design software, and a platform to sell your printables. Next, there's no inventory management. Since printables are digital products, you don't need to worry about managing inventory, right? Keeping a bunch of stuff in your house that you're gonna eventually sell. You also don't have to worry about shipping or storage costs. Thirdly, you have flexible work hours. Selling printables allows you to work from anywhere and set your own schedule. You can choose when you work and still have time to continue to work in your own business or in your 9-to-5 that you already have. Additionally, selling printables has great passive income potential. For example, once you create one printable, you can continue to earn money from it over and over without any additional work. And lastly, selling printables has niche market opportunities. Printables can be designed for specific niches, and when you niche down to your specific category, it allows you to target a specific audience and stand out in a crowded market. You might be wondering, can you actually make money selling printables on Etsy? The short answer is yes. I think a great goal to shoot for is an extra $1,000 per month. And who doesn't want to make an extra $1,000 per month, right? When you're first starting out, that might seem impossible. However, let's break it down so you can really see just how possible it is. An extra $1,000 per month is just $33 per day. When we break that down into printable speak, that's 2 printables at $16.50, 3 printables at $11, 4 printables at $8.25, 5 printables at $6.60, or 6 printables at $5.50. Now can you see just how doable $1,000 per month can be? If you're on board with the idea of starting a printables business as a passive income stream, let's talk about why Etsy is the best place for you to get started. There are indeed other places that you can sell printables. For example, there is Teachers Pay Teachers. That has over 2.6 million active users with sales exceeding 60 million. So that's an interesting option. Another option is Shopify. Even though it's not hosted on your own website, you can choose your own custom domain and then link to it from your website. A few other places to sell are easydigitaldownloads.com, Gumroad, and of course, on your own website as well. I personally sell on my website using the WooCommerce plugin. With all these options said, Etsy is the #1 place I recommend you get started selling printables. And the reason that I love Etsy for selling printables is that in 2021, there were over 96 million people who purchased products on Etsy, which was an increase of almost 18% from the prior year. It explains why we've seen TV commercials with Etsy on it, right? To me, it means that we need to be tapping into that almost 100 million people that are already shopping on there. Here are some other benefits of selling on Etsy. First, you can get access to a large customer base. So as I said, Etsy has a huge global community of buyers, which can help sellers reach a wider audience than they might be able to do on their own website. It's much easier to have Etsy bring in your traffic as opposed to doing it all yourself on your own website, right? I know I can relate. Some other benefits of Etsy include their built-in marketing tools that help sellers promote their shops and listings, including SEO optimization, social media integration, and paid advertising options. Additionally, Etsy offers a lot of community support through online forums and networking events. In general, selling on Etsy can be more cost-effective for smaller businesses or those just starting out since the platform offers a built-in audience and affordable listing transaction fees. So you might be asking, what are the transaction fees when it comes to selling printables on Etsy? Well, that's another perk. Etsy has a very low cost of entry. First, it's completely free to set up your shop on Etsy. And once you start listing your items, Etsy charges 20 cents for each item you list in your shop for a period of 4 months. That's a steal if you ask me, especially when we're talking about digital items. You can sell that same item over and over again. So it's completely worth it. Once you sell your item, Etsy takes a commission of 6.5%. Now, this might sound like a lot when you first hear it, and there was a huge uprising about 2 years ago when Etsy raised their fees from 5% to 6.5%. But I want you to think about this for a second. If you are selling a printable for $4.99, let's say, they're only taking a cut of 32 cents. Now, let's talk about what design programs you might want to use to create and sell printables. First, you can use any free design software program. For example, software programs like Canva, Setka, Design Wizard, and Lunacy. You can also use paid programs like Adobe Microsoft or Procreate and so many others. You'll just have to pick the one that works the best for you. In terms of sizing, I always like to create my printables at the standard letter size so that people can print them out on their home printer with no problem. However, you can always make printables of any size depending on what you're designing for. Once you finish your design, you'll then upload your PDF or your JPEG file to Etsy. The biggest question you need to ask yourself at this point is, what printables should you create that you can sell on Etsy? So I want to give you a little inspiration of what printables you should create. First, I'll say that it should be something that you're interested in or passionate about. Don't sell organizing documents if you're not good at organizing, right? Next, I'll say make sure people are interested in what you're selling. This can be done through competitive research. And lastly, don't just go chasing arbitrary trends because you see someone else selling them. I believe you have to be energetically aligned with something if you want it to work. Without the passion and excitement and that alignment, it's not going to work for you. If you want more details on how to get inspiration for creating your first or your next printable, check out my most recent video for more ideas. I hope this video got you inspired and motivated to start selling printables. I think in the world today, we need to stop relying on one stream of income and start figuring out how we can use our God-given talents and skills to start making another income on the side. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will see you in the next one.